What's up guys, it's Mike with Rehoming, coming back at you with another video, and today it's time to look at the 10-gallon tank because I gotta break it down today. It is the last day of school, so we gotta break it down and take this puppy home. How did it do? Did everything live? Is it as good as Noel's? You're about to find out. Alright, here it is, the 10-gallon tank. Not too bad, honestly. I mean, everything is looking pretty good. The colors are a little pale because I haven't been feeding it as much lately, but everything in the tank is doing really well. The Duncan looks happy, the Zoas look pretty happy. You know, even the trumpet coral or candy cane is doing pretty well. A little bit pale, but not too bad. And the mushrooms are definitely doing the best though. They are just looking amazing in here. They are stretching out really big. Mike is really happy about getting these. So as you guys know, if you watched Noel's video, all these corals are going to Mike as well. So Mike's gonna have 2 rocks full of corals. Well, mostly full of corals. I combated cyan in this tank and I won using a witch hazel method, and maybe MB7 did something, not quite sure. But that cabbage leather, not doing too bad, looking pretty happy in the tank. Little tiny, but he'll grow. The Zoas on this side looking good. Obviously those magician Zoas kind of reaching up, need a little bit more light, but I didn't want to put a lot of energy into this tank because I didn't want to fuel the algae growth. And yes, you can kind of tell even the snail has vermitids on it because my tank has vermitids. But honestly, I've done 1, maybe 2 water changes on this tank that entire year, and this is the 3rd 5-gallon bucket for our auto top off the entire year, and it has been amazingly easy. So if you guys were gonna do this, I mean, if you count the water that I used, we're talking $40 in water for RDI and saltwater the entire year, plus the setup. That's like nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. This tank was done super cheap. Obviously with that ATO, it's, you know, a little expensive. It's the Tunzi ATO. It's about 200 bucks. But other than that light, you could put a cheap Chinese light on it and it would do just as well. Didn't add any pumps in the tank. You could add a pump if you wanted to. And you could get this tank up and running for like $400 with coral, everything stocked, and a fish or 2. I mean, that's a pretty cheap get. I have to shout out these Cobalt Aquatics like rescue air pumps, these USB air pumps, amazing. It definitely came in handy because we lost power for like 4 hours one day, and that pump kicked on, no problem, and it can easily aerate this little tank. So if you got one of these little tanks, get one of these Cobalt USB air pumps. They are worth it, man, for sure. You don't need a big battery backup. A little air pump like this is fine. And if you're, you know, a little bit savvier than me, you could easily hide that in the background of your rockwork, or you could get black acrylic tubing and put it back there and you would not even be able to tell the difference. And obviously if you wanted a different stand, you could do a different stand, but I already had that desk and I just kind of threw it there and it worked out really, really well. I think I might do it again next year. I don't know, it was kind of calming, kids liked it, I kind of got enjoyment out of it, and people like to pop in and see it. So I think it was a good little time investment because it was very minimal investment for my time and my effort. Honestly, like this entire year, how much time I've spent on the tank with setting up and breaking it down and doing like a water change here and there and topping off that ATO. I'm not kidding when I say maybe 10 to 15 hours for an entire year's worth of work. That's nothing, honestly. That's even kind of cleaning the glass and stuff. Like, super easy. So I'm gonna count this tank as a success, and I'm gonna start breaking it down after lunch and kind of put it in my car and get it going home. Mike is gonna be super happy with this. You're gonna kind of see Mike maybe in the video get the coral and everything, but these are going in the sump for now. Alright guys, let's break this puppy down. Alright, and the coral are in the frag tank. Well, actually they're in the sump. Not a frag tank. Some of the coral are in the frag tank. The main rocks are in the sump. And Mike's corals are all right here, and I got like 1 down there for him still. So he's gonna be pretty happy with all these coral.
Alright guys, let's take 3 on this one because I didn't get any of the video of Mike coming over, but it's a good thing because my microphone cut out, so every time I try to film this thing, it's been messing up. So we're back. And Mike was here, and he was with his whole family, and they really came over to see one person. Not really the coral, but they came over to see Spencer, yes. He's so cute, his wife loves him, and all of his kids wanted to hold him because he's so stinking adorable. Yes, Spencer, and he's crawling like a fiend. So Mike ended up taking all the coral out of that little frag rack and all the coral out of my sump. Which means I kind of have a cleaner sump. Minus all this trash down here that, you know, Cool Whip containers. Mike's gonna make a comment any minute now about my Cool Whip containers. He like watches the videos, but he doesn't comment on them. He only sends me text messages, so I know he's gonna send me a text about those Cool Whip containers. So all the corals on this frag rack are gone. That is a green slimer down here that you can kind of see. I took a trimming of it off and it's not looking too good. You'll find out in a video that's coming out, or that already came out by the time this video is up. So you'll know about the witch hazel debacle that you will find out about, or that you've already found out about. So guys, really nice to have reefing friends because they can kind of take some of those coral off your hands for you, or else I'd have to find room for it in the tank. Sorry, the glass is a little dirty. I haven't cleaned it today. I've been doing a lot of patchwork on the walls because we're about to paint the whole house. So my videos might be slowing down in the next couple of weeks because a lot of things are going to be going on in the home. But that doesn't mean that these little guys won't enjoy the tank. All right, so that was my journey on the 10-gallon classroom tank that the kids absolutely loved, and it was super successful for doing almost nothing to it. If you guys are looking to do this, I would highly, highly recommend that you do something similar to mine. Super simple. Maybe if you're at your office a little bit more and you don't have long breaks, you might be able to throw a fish in, and it would actually do even better than mine did. But I just wanted to keep it super simple, and I really enjoyed it. And the kids actually got to learn a lot about it, as you saw in one of my videos where I went in and taught a whole like 6th and 7th grade class about corals. So guys, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Give me a like, give me a comment below, let me know how you like these videos. And as always, I will see you next time.